To make your letter larger, simply click on the element button in the toolbar. Then select Transformations, Transform. In the second drop-down menu, select Scale Uniformly and input the percentage that you want to scale your vector graphic by. You can click on Apply and see a preview of how much bigger your letter will be. Once you're happy with your size, you can just click OK to accept the desired size. Once we're done transforming our vector graphic the way we want, and you can also do direct vector graphic transformations using your mouse. Once you're happy with it, you can close the window and you will see your letter appear in its corresponding box. I'd like to make it a little larger, so I'm going to transform it again. Again, using Element, Transformations, Transform. I'll increase it by 400% this time. That's a little too big, so let's make it 350. And again, Control A and move it to the side to center it. And we can see it appears much better. One thing you should do is by clicking on Window in the toolbar, opening a new matrix window, to open a matrix window, and you can put in more than one letter here, but for right now I'll just focus on the capital T. And what the matrix window allows you to change your left bearing and right bearing. And what this is the distance between your letter and the letter before it on the left side for the left bearing, and your letter and the letter following it in the text for the right bearing. For example, let's change this to 5, and I believe this is in millimeters. Since I have just one single letter for this particular font, demo font, I won't mess with it too much. But if you have, if you're doing the full range of the letters, it's advisable. You will probably have to go in back and forth several times, testing how the different letters align with each other in an actual text. So once we're done with setting the left and the right bearing, we can save the font, or we can click Generate to generate our test font. And I'll just call my file fontdemo.ttf, since this is just a true type font demo font, and click Save. It has a few warnings which I won't worry about at this moment. So I'll just click on Yes. I'll just ignore the warnings. And let's take a look at our result. Here's our font. If I just double click on it, the font is displayed in Font Viewer, which is an app for Linux that displays like a sample text displayed using the font, the font that you double clicked on. Since the only letter that I have generated for my font is the T, the only thing you can see is the letter T and a bunch of empty boxes where other letters should have been. This is not a big problem right now for me, since this is just a test font. But otherwise, this is a nice preview window that allows you to preview how your font would look like without you having to go through the full installation, which, if you're going several times back and forth testing small features, can become tedious. So I'll just click on Install Font to install my font. This automatically installs my font under Linux. And then to test my font, I will just open my LibreOffice Writer. You can also use OpenOffice, or if you're on Windows, just Microsoft Word. Under the drop-down, I'll select the newly installed font, which I named Font Demo. It's right here, and if you just type the letters, if you just type letters that you don't have filled in, the Office software that you use will just fall back to another font type. But if you, so this is lowercase t, but if you type, like in my case, uppercase T, you can see that the font is using the glyph that we just generated. So that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. Thank you.